my name is ADDNIN binti SAZALI. My number matric is 28811. So today I'll be explaining about the introduction of the purpose of writing of the report writing. So, according to Islamic rules, believers are taught to prioritize integrity and ethics in all their action, particularly in business. This is critical because businesses require ongoing contract and the application of informations to manage not only earnings but also losses and costs. To guarantee that enterprise operate with quality and fairness, particularly norms and laws have been implemented for the traders, understanding that the profit made by the business owner demonstrate that it is not simply for their own benefit. A portion of this profit goes to the others, particularly in the government in the form of corporate tax payments. This tax allows the government to earn cash, which is subsequently utilized to fund national development, such as road maintenance or repairs. Next is about the profit also distribute for the benefits of the community. Muslim traders are obligated to pay business zakat, which means that a portion of their earnings are distributed to those who are less fortunate. The state government through the State Religious Council established the proper ratio for determining whether a merchant is required to pay zakat from their commercial income. After paying the zakat and taxes, the business owner can use the leftover profit for their saving, which is the personal expenses and also the business reinvestment. This investment is critical to the company's long-term success and aspirations. However, business owner, particularly small business owner, may feel pressure by the financial responsibility of zakat and taxes, believing that they would not have enough earnings to meet their personal requirements. To solve the risk, the trader must implement excellent financial planning and management procedure. This is allow them to pay their financial responsibility while also ensuring their economic well-being. This could include developing a budget, saving away funds for the future expense, and also investing properly to achieve a long-term growth and stability. To summarize, Islamic principles lead us in doing business with honesty, ensuring their profits are not only used for the personal gain but also giving the benefit to the larger community through the tax and also zakat. By following this rule and implementing smart financial techniques, traders can strike a healthy balance between testifying their commitment and ensuring their personal financial security, resulting in a comfortable economic status even after retirement. Next, we move on the concept of retirement and also zakat and tax planning. So for the retirement, talking about retirement is planning for a moment when we are no longer have a regular work and also a steady income. It includes for a savings or asset that we collect to support our lifestyle during our retirement years. In Malaysia, several accounts have been developed to help Malaysians to save for their future retirement needs. Among of the popular choices are Amanah Saham Putra, Amanah Saham Berhad, Kumpulan Wang Simpanan Persaraan, and also Tabung Haji, and also APF, which is meant for the retirement planning. In contrast to normal saving accounts, these accounts are created with unique features that encourage long-term saving by prohibiting withdrawals until a set of period has passed. This specialized account encourages discipline in saving habit and also preventing people from overspending and also ensuring that they have enough money to cover for their future needs, which is in their retirement years. So next, in the retirement planning, it is also common to use the TAU concept formula that can help individuals manage their finance more responsibly. Which is what is the TAU concept? This formula suggests that devoting 50% of the one's income to commitments, which is such as bill and also essentials, while the 20% of their income to the long-term saving and 30% discretionary for their spending. This method is efficient because it allows users to maintain a balanced financial plans, ensuring that they have enough saving while continuing to enjoy and also spending their money on a lifestyle that is also financial healthy. In summary, that retirement planning in Malaysia entails utilizing specific saving accounts such as ASB, KWSP and also tabung haji, which are intended to promote long-term financial security. Furthermore, using financial management tactics, all such as the TAL concept formula, allows the people to use their money more intelligently, supporting a long-term and comfortable retirement. Second is about the zakat. Zakat is an annual payment at a specific rate that is intended to complete one of Islamic pillars. It is a fundamental and also obligation for the every Muslim, symbolizing a significant acts of worship and also devotions. The Quran, Islamic scholars book, emphasizes the necessity of the zakat in 23 different verses. This constant emphasis emphasizes that it is important for the Muslim and also for the larger community of the Muslim to pay zakat. Zakat payments can be in a variety of forms. It also can be computed using the net salary, ensuring that the portion of one's earnings are adequate to the scales of responsibility. Zakat can also be levied on property and other assets, including land, livestock, and also precious items. This broad of applicability ensure that in all forms of wealth are purified through zakat, instilling a sense of duty and spiritual growth in a Muslim. Zakat also created a good motive, which is principally to promote social and economic growth. It's act as a wealth redistribution system in which those who cannot afford, who can afford the wealthy, giving a portions of their money in accordance with the established of nisab. This minimum criterions ensure that only individuals with sufficient resources are required to pay zakat, while the collected zakat is subsequently distributed to those who are less fortunate, assisting them in meeting the basic requirement and improving their standard of living. Zakat play significant roles in economic impact. It promotes a culture of understanding, compassion, and mutual assistance. Muslims exhibit their devotions to social justice and poverty alleviations by carrying out their zakat commitments. Lastly, is about the concept of tax. Taxation is a government program that raises income to pay numerous public services, including administration, defense, and also infrastructure. While the fundamental goal of the tax collection is to sustain these necessary services, it has also occasionally been viewed as a tool for totalitarians rulers to fund their personal expenses and maintain the controls. Regardless of these preconceptions, the tax system in Malaysia tax system has evolved into a mandatory practice for individual in Malaysia, which is deemed to necessary for the government's continuous operation and also survival. Why in Islam, in the history of Islam, we can see that the tax was actually based on the concept where it is the situation of the Battle of Badr, which is Muslim warriors who are acquiring property from their foes were expected to distribute it to the less fortunate people, which is Islamic army known as Kumus gave 1/5 of their war prisoner loot to Baitul Mal, the public treasury, which is the Islamic army contribute their asset, which is asset that they gave from the war. They gave it 1/5 to the people who are needs. So during this time also, we can see that the concept of jizya, a pool of capitation tax, was also developed, which is jizya, or we call it capitations tax, is imposed on the non-Muslim who live in Islamic country in exchange for legal protection and exemptions from military duty. So the tax system ensures that both Muslim and non-Muslim contribute to the financial stability and also prosperity. Taxes are imported into those worlds because they allow government to support public services and stimulate economic growth. In Malaysia, paying tax has become a requirement for all individuals, reflecting a larger culture. Acceptance of taxation is a civic responsibility. Tax income is not only utilized to help Muslim but also to support the greater society, including non-Muslim, through the construction of infrastructure and the provisions of public service and fostering social and economic development. And also, we need to understand that tax is not something that we can call a burden for us, because our government has also make it easier for us by having the by creating a tax allowed for tax release towards every individual can claim their own tax relief. So in conclusion, why the beginnings of taxation in Islam were based on the concepts of wealth redistribution and commonwealth support. The present tax system in Malaysia and the other country, it is critical mechanism for supporting government operation and funding public services.
Today, I would like to introduce you to Kak Eli, a remarkable 41-year-old lecturer at College Community in Jitra, alongside her husband, who is a full-time entrepreneur. Kak Eli has embarked on an inspiring journey into the world of business driven by their mutual passion for entrepreneurship. Kak Eli's academic background is impressive. She holds a degree and a master's in multimedia and is currently pursuing a PhD. Born and raised as the eldest child in Dungun, Terengganu, she has always been dedicated to balancing her professional and personal life, especially with the responsibility of raising 4 children. In 2019, Kak Eli's entrepreneurial spirit led her to start a cyber cafe in Perak while she was working there. This venture showcased her passion for business and laid the foundation for her and her husband's future entrepreneurial endeavors. In addition to the cyber cafe, they also manage an online business and a waffle business, reflecting their shared enthusiasm for entrepreneurship. Kak Eli's story is one of the dedication, passion, and a relentless pursuit of excellence in both of her professional and personal life. She served as an inspiring example of how to successfully balance multiple roles and responsibilities.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Iman Khaleeda binti AZHA. My metric number is 291389. I am going to explain about the data and analysis based on information that we got from our interview session with the interviewee, which is Kak Eli, a small business owner. Kak Eli's personal income and expenses for the year 2023 highlight her financial stability and careful budgeting. Her primary sources of income are her salary and business profits. Her annual salary is 102,000 ringgit, earned from a consistent monthly income of 8,500 ringgit. Additionally, she gets 55,200 ringgit from her business endeavors, making her total annual income to 157,200 ringgit. Kak Eli's expenses are meticulously planned, covering both essential and discretionary spending. She spends 6,000 ringgit on groceries and 3,600 ringgit on entertainment each year. Her car loan repayments total 18,000, while her house loan requires 24,000 ringgit annually. Full expenses add another 4,800 ringgit to her yearly cost, and insurance premiums for life and education policies amount to 8,400 ringgit. Kak Eli also prioritized the need of her 4 children with specific amounts allocated for each. The eldest is 19 years old, requires 1,200 ringgit. The second child, 18 years old, and the third child, 16 years old, as well as the youngest child, 10 years old, requires 1,800 ringgit each, summing up to 6,600 ringgit for children's expenses. Additional deductions include 11,352 ringgit for EPF, 297 ringgit for SOCSO, 3,200 ringgit for zakat, and 9,900 ringgit for income tax. Her total expenses amount to 96,149 ringgit, leaving her with a net income of 61,051 ringgit. The financial performance of Kak Eli's waffle business in 2023 showcased her entrepreneurial success. The business generated total sales of 144,000 ringgit. After accounting for the cost of goods sold, which amounts to 69,600 ringgit, the gross profits is 74,400 ringgit. The operating expenses for the business are well managed. Kak Eli spends 6,500 ringgit on purchasing ingredients, 7,200 ringgit on utilities, which is 600 per month, and 12,000 on rental costs, which costs Kak Eli 1,000 ringgit per month for the rental. These expenses total to 25,700 ringgit for the year, resulting in a net profit of 48,700. To summarize, Kak Eli's financial record for 2023 demonstrates a robust and diverse income stream combined with disciplined expense management. Her personal income, supported by a substantial business profit, indicates a well-balanced approach to professional and entrepreneurial responsibilities. The significant net incomes from both personal and business activities reflect her financial stability and growth, positioning her for continued success and prosperity in the future.
Assalamualaikum and good day. I am ALIA NATASHA binti MASNAWI. My metric number is 29150. Today I want to address the problem identifications that KHAIRUL has to face as a small business owner. The first one is the problem about zakat payment. KHAIRUL has encountered several issues regarding the payment of zakat. First, there is difficulty in calculating the correct amount of zakat due. The lack of clarity on which assets and types of income are subject to zakat further complicates the process. Additionally, there is uncertainty about the timing and the proper method for making the zakat payment. The challenges need to be addressed to ensure compliance and peace of mind. When it comes to taxes, KHAIRUL face problems with the joint assessment process. The rules for joint tax assessments are complex and difficult to navigate. Additionally, combining incomes may lead to a higher overall tax liability. Another major issue is the difficulty in accurately claiming deductions and rebates, which could otherwise reduce the tax burden. These tax-related challenges require careful management to avoid unnecessary financial strain. When it comes to taxes, KHAIRUL face problems with the joint assessment process. The rules for joint tax assessments are complex and difficult to navigate. Additionally, combining incomes may lead to a higher overall tax liability. Another major issue is the difficulty in accurately claiming deductions and rebates, which could otherwise reduce the tax burden. These tax-related challenges require careful management to avoid unnecessary financial strain. Looking ahead to the future, KHAIRUL must address several retirement planning issues. One major concern is whether her saving and investment returns will be sufficient to support her throughout retirement. Healthcare costs are another significant worry, as they can be unpredictable and expensive. Furthermore, KHAIRUL needs to develop a clear strategy for generating income during retirement to maintain her standard of living. Proper planning is essential to navigate these challenges successfully.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is FARHANA binti ABD.RAHMAN and my metric number is 291508. I will present about the suggestion and conclusion. Okay, based on the problem faced by KHAIRUL as the previous presenter explained, here I have some suggestion for her in terms of zakat, tax and retirement. First of all, in the terms of suggestion for zakat, after examining the information provided, KHAIRUL has no problem in paying zakat because she consistently pay zakat income and business zakat. Therefore, the suggestion that can be given is that she can open more welfare shop branches so that her income will increase. In addition to that, when the amount of sale of her business increases, then the amount of her zakat payment will also increase. So, she can emphasize the practice of helping each other as well as complementing and protecting each other among Muslims, because zakat has the function of purifying the wealth and soul of the giver. It is the fourth pillars of Islam, which is an obligation and has been clearly mentioned in Quran. In addition, the amount of real income is also a lot. So when the amount of income and the amount of business profit are combined, she can invest in Sharia compliant investment, because if she invests shares are sufficient for how, she must pay zakat on the investment. Okay, next is the suggestion for the tax. KHAIRUL completes the joint tax assessment with her husband, so the amount of reduction eligible is less than if she did it separately. So the advantage is if she makes a separate tax assessment. Therefore, in order to get more reduction of tax relief and tax exemption, she should implement the tax assessments separately. Okay, for the suggestion for retirement, KHAIRUL has a strong income of her own, where she works as a civil servant who is a permanent and has a pension when she retires later. But however, her husband is self-employed and does not have a fixed salary, because his income is based on the amount of sales and profit based on their business. They have also faced a little sales when there is competition for the other foods such as food festivals in the Therefore, to ensure that the retirement money for their future is sufficient for themselves and their families, they need to make a long-term saving to cover all expenses and debt burdens that are still there, so that there will be no hardship in the future. Okay, now we look at this is a suggestion if she did a tax assessment separately for herself. So first we can put the salary and business profit, and then total up, which is a total income, and then we can less the tax relief, which is personal relief, EPF and takaful, children education, pension scheme and so on. We can get the chargeable income. So based on the chargeable income, we calculate first on the test on the first 100,000, which is 909,400, and the next 25%. We times to the 25%, then we can get the 5,300. So the tax payable should pay is 14,700. But after deduct the zakat and monthly tax deduction, the net tax payable she should pay is only 1,600. Okay. Before this, she also said that she did a joint assessment, so they have paid around 2,000 and so on. So it is the proof of that if she did a separate, it is a more less to pay. Okay, when they are reach the retired age, they need to make sure that they are no longer bound by the burden of a lot debt, because after retirement they can enjoy their life to rest in peace without having to worry about the money that must be paid to pay off debt, and even the retirement money earned can be used for daily expenses, entertainment, shopping, vacations, and so on. So they need to list all the remaining debt so that they can aside money to pay. So Kak Eli and her husband should make some savings and investments for their future needs and emergencies. So they can use the budgeting rule with the 50, 30, 20. It consists of 50% for their needs, 30% for their wants, and the remaining 20% for their savings. Okay, let's say the monthly income is 13,100. So for the 15% we use for the needs is 6,550 ringgit. For the ones from the 30%, they should save for the 3,930 ringgit. And for last, for the savings 20%, she should have 2,620 ringgit. So based on this, we suggest that Kak Eli and her husband will have 5,000 on their account every month for their retirement day needs. So they can make a capital intake method to calculate how much money is needed to be in their account at the age of 55 years old and above, because this is the normally the preferred method, as the retiree will not have to worry about outliving their savings. Okay, so the table shows that the calculation for the capital intake method, where retirement funds equal to retirement income divided by interest rate. Okay, so the formula is retirement fund equal with retirement income divided by interest rate. Okay, so the retirement income, which is 5,000, we should times with 12 months, so we can get the amount, then divided by 7%. Okay, so we can get 557,142 ringgit 86 cents. In conclusion, Kak Eli is someone who knows and familiar about paying zakat, tax and retirement, because she is a civil servant who receive a monthly salary and will also receive a pension when she retires later. However, she also runs a business that will increase their income. After interviewing her, there are some suggestions that she can improve the way of money management for the future of herself and her family. We also got the new knowledge, which is who would have thought that the small business owner who opened a welfare shop is a lecturer at a community college. This is proven that no matter who it is, as long as there is interest and energy, they can do a lot of side jobs to find more income. The analysis of Kak Eli's business and personal income demonstrates the importance of zakat in wealth redistribution and social justice within the Muslim community. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.